Let's begin. But first, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to James Stories. The marble floors of the Grand Bellamy Hotel gleamed like still water under the chandelier light. Crystal chandeliers hung from the ceiling like frozen fireworks, and soft classical music floated through the lobby. For guests, the hotel was a symbol of luxury. For Nia Bellamy, it was something far more personal. Dressed in a simple navy blue intern uniform, her curls neatly pinned back, Nia stood behind the concierge desk clutching a leather folder. No jewelry, no designer bag. No sign that she was anything more than what her name tag said. Nia B. Management intern. Most people saw an intern. No one saw the owner. Nia was 26, brilliant and quietly powerful. She had inherited the Bellamy Hotel Group, one of the largest luxury hospitality empires in the world, after her father's sudden death 2 years earlier. Instead of announcing herself as the new billionaire CEO, she chose a different path. She wanted to learn, to understand her business from the ground up, to see how guests treated staff when they thought power was one-sided. That morning had been calm, until Margaret Whitmore arrived. Margaret swept into the lobby like she owned it, dressed head to toe in beige designer silk, oversized sunglasses perched arrogantly on her nose. Her diamond earrings caught the light as she snapped her fingers sharply. "Excuse me," she said, voice dripping with entitlement. "I've been standing here for 30 seconds. Nia stepped forward politely. "Good morning, ma'am. How may I assist you?" Margaret looked her up and down, slowly, deliberately. Her lips tightened. "I asked for the presidential suite with a park view," Margaret said sharply. "Your staff put me in something inadequate." "I'm sorry to hear that," Nia replied calmly. "Let me check the reservation and—" Margaret cut her off with a laugh. "Do you even know how to use the system? Or are you just here for diversity points?" The air shifted. A few nearby guests glanced over. Nia felt the familiar sting, but she didn't flinch. "I assure you I'm fully trained," she said evenly. "If you'd allow me a moment." Margaret leaned closer, lowering her voice just enough to humiliate without shouting. "Sweetheart, people like you should be grateful just to be standing behind the desk. Don't pretend you run this place." A sharp silence fell across the lobby. Nia inhaled slowly. Years of discipline held her steady. "I'll be happy to escalate this to the manager," she said. "Yes," Margaret snapped. "Get someone important. Not an intern." Moments later, Ethan Caldwell, the hotel's general manager, rushed over, tall, polished, nervous. "Ms. Whitmore, my apologies," he said quickly. "How can I help?" Margaret crossed her arms smugly. "This girl was incompetent and rude. I want her reported. Immediately." Ethan glanced at Nia, confused. "Nia." "I was assisting Ms. Whitmore with her reservation," Nia said calmly. Margaret scoffed. "She has no idea what she's doing. Honestly, I don't know why hotels hire interns who can barely afford the lobby." The insult landed like glass. Ethan opened his mouth to respond, but Nia gently raised a hand. "It's fine," she said softly. Then she turned to Margaret. "Ms. Whitmore," Nia continued, her tone still respectful, "I've reviewed your booking. The presidential suite was reserved for tonight, not this morning. However, I can offer an upgrade to our Royal Terrace suite at no additional charge." Margaret stared at her. "You don't decide upgrades." Nia smiled, small, calm, unbothered. "You're right," she said. "I don't." She reached into her folder and pulled out a sleek black card, placing it gently on the desk. "But she does." Ethan's eyes widened as he read the card. Nia Bellamy, owner and CEO Bellamy Hotel Group. The lobby went completely silent. Margaret laughed once. "That's not funny." Nia stepped out from behind the desk. "I'm very sorry you feel that way," she said. "But I am the sole owner of this hotel, and 17 others worldwide." Ethan straightened instantly. "Ms. Bellamy." Margaret's face drained of color. This is ridiculous," she stammered. "You're too young. And black." Nia finished gently. Margaret swallowed hard. I interned here by choice, Nia continued, her voice steady but firm. To understand how my staff is treated. Today you showed me exactly why that matters. Guests nearby openly stared now. Phones were subtly lifted. I didn't mean, Margaret began. Nia smiled again, but this time it didn't reach her eyes. The Royal Terrace Suite is no longer available to you, she said. In fact, your reservation at all Bellamy properties has been cancelled. Margaret gasped. You can't do that. I just did. Security stepped forward quietly. And one more thing, Nia added. Every intern you insulted today earns more dignity than your apology can buy. Margaret was escorted out, heels clicking frantically against marble as whispers followed her. When the doors closed, the lobby erupted into soft applause. Ethan exhaled. I had no idea. That was the point, Nia said. Later that evening, as Nia stood alone by the lobby windows overlooking the city, Ethan approached her. You didn't have to handle it so gracefully, he said. Nia smiled. I wanted to. She looked around at the hotel, not as an intern, not as an owner, but as a woman who had reclaimed her power without raising her voice. And for the first time, the Grand Bellamy truly felt like hers. If you enjoyed this, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to James Stories.